it's Theresa with Crafty with Theresa. Thank you for joining me today. Welcome to my sheetload of cards video. For these videos, I use the sketch and cutting instructions from callmecraftyal. She puts these out once a month and I have really enjoyed creating cards from them. Take a look. Here's her sketch and some of the cutting instructions. Well, today's video is jam-packed. Last month they were mostly short and sweet, not so much this month. I've jam-packed many different things in this video. You'll see some how to fix it techniques, some time-saving techniques, and some cost-saving techniques. First, let's take a look at the design. But I'm going to show you here how I came up with some bloopers and what I did to fix them. First, I really wanted a cute sweater for this design. So my first cost-saving idea is let's just make a little template so I have the size I want. Now, I could have used my Cricut, but I do have some beginners on here, so I wanted to show you how quickly you can do this without any other types of machines. We'll talk more about that in just a little bit. Next, let's take a look at my first blooper. In this design, I had already glued down the pattern paper to the 4 by 5 1/4 cardstock base. Well, I didn't like that look because this is just my personal preference. I feel like I should have glued down the strip to the pattern paper and then attached it to the base. So here are just some of the ways I came up with to fix that, and no one will be the wiser. You could use your Fisker cutting tool to cut that down. You could use your scissors to cut that strip off, or I'll show you another way here in just a minute. So let's take a look at this trimmed up paper now. We'll just grab another base and it's ready to go and it's more to my liking. Now here's another cost-saving idea, using what you have or craft my stash. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that's one of my favorite things to do. So here is a blue dovetailed piece that I found in my stash. Well, you'll see here that it doesn't quite fit. So I'm going to make it work as one of my diagonal strips and use it up. I added a white border around it and voila. Now I'll just finish up this strip real quick, position it onto the pattern paper, then add to the base, and now I've made it work with what was in my stash. Another cost-saving idea, if the gap is not exactly what you were looking for, just change it up. Take your arrangement and put your sweater right up there. You'll see I've done that in one of my finished cards. Now I know this video is getting a little bit longer than my usual, but I did want to throw in one more blooper. So again, for my beginners, here's another way. If you run into a situation where you have bloopers, just draw the line on the actual pattern paper and cut it to fit. Then just erase the lines. It's just that simple. I hope this makes sense. Take a look. you'll see I basically drew out a cute little sweater for my beginners. If you don't have Cricut machines and a lot of die cuts, this is just a way to make the card your own. So I drew a little sweater out, trimmed it up with my little fussy cutter bee scissors, and then I just drew it on a piece of pattern paper. Then I kind of doctored up the edges of it to kind of give it a little bit more pizzazz. Sometimes just these little focal points, to me, make the card a little bit more fun and more personal for the person you're sending it to. Of course, we'll add a sentiment at some point, but for now I wanted you to see how easy it was to just cut that little sweater out and then add it as your focal point. Another little trick I wanted to show you. This is not new, but for those who are new to my channel, I'm not sure I've done this in a video in the past, but sometimes when you have smaller sentiments or you have bulk sentiments you want to make, this is a good way to actually put basically a little base template down in your stamp tool, and you can use that so that your paper is always in the same place. It doesn't matter what size it is, because you've built that little template that you can put your magnets on any place on the cardstock. I'm showing you two different ways. The first way is with a larger piece of paper. I'm going to show you how you can just quickly move it up and down to make these smaller sentiments. The second way, I'm going to show you how to do it with just strips that you have left over from cutting cardstock. Sometimes you just need small strips for your sentiments, but they can shift pretty easily in your platform and cause you to have to redo. I just take some of my leftover strips, usually some that are longer than what I need, so I can put the magnets on either side. Then I put them right in the corner of that template. I'll then stamp the cardstock right in the corner and then just flip it over and stamp again. Cut it down and go again. If you have a sticky mat, you could do this also. But for me, the goal is, what can I do to get the job done and keep from breaking the bank? If you haven't already figured out, I don't have a large space, so I have to be as frugal as possible. Hope this tip helps you as it does me. Well, that's what I have for you here today. I'm going to go ahead and get those cards ready to go and show you a sneak peek of what they look like. Stay tuned. If all goes well, I'll get one more video out in the next couple of days. This one will be a complete look at all of the Christmas cards made this year. I've made them in numerous videos, but at the end of the year I try to do one video so that people can go back to it as they need to. Thank you for joining me today. If you haven't already subscribed and you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button and the notification button so you'll see the new videos as they come in. Until next time, have a great day.